Hey everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer. Welcome to a new playthrough video. Today I am not playing 4 Against Mars. Instead I'm going to make this Wednesday day sort of a sci-fi board game day. I will be coming back to 4 Against Mars. I just wanted to play some new games. And today I'm going to be playing a game called Aliens Bug Hunt. This is a 4-player game. You can play it solo, which is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be playing it two-handed, so I'll be playing 2 different Marine leaders, Hicks and Hudson, and they each have a grunt with them. This game does not follow the movies. This is a bug hunt. The Marines are going out into this facility to shoot aliens, and so you kind of have to just go along with the idea that Hey everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer. Welcome to a new playthrough video. Today I am not playing 4 Against Mars. I am going to make Wednesdays more of a sci-fi game day. I will come back to 4 Against Mars, but I want to start playing some different games. And today I've chosen to show you Aliens Bug Hunt. Now, those of you who know me, you know I am a huge Aliens fan. Can't get enough of those kind of games. And so Aliens Bug Hunt is a 4-player game. I am going to be playing two-handed. I'm playing as 2 players. So I'm going to be playing Hicks and Hudson, and they each start with 2 grunts. Now the game does not follow the movie. It's a bug hunt. They're going to be going out to clear aliens out of this facility. So you kind of have to just ignore that fact that it's not the movie and just pretend that the Marines have discovered xenomorphs and this particular group is going hunting. So what I want to do is I'm sort of going to explain the game as I play it, but I wanted to tell you a couple things. One thing about this game that I find really cool is that the instructions are broken up into 4 books, one for each player if you play a 4-player game. So each player is given a small set of the instructions in which to learn, and then that's their responsibility for the game. And then as you play, you'll learn from the other 3 players, if you're playing a 4-player game, how to play the game. Each player has certain responsibilities on which decks that they will shuffle or draw cards from or things like that. So it's a really cool idea. I wish other games would do something similar to that. But because I'm playing solo, I had to read all 4 of them. I've got wound tokens here, which half of these white tokens have a KIA, killed in action, on the backside. The other half have a white, and I've already shuffled them up a little bit. I try not to shuffle tokens that are double-sided because they tend to reveal themselves. But they are shuffled. These are the Colonial Marine objective tokens. This is the Xenomorph deck and the Tracking deck, and we'll get into those in a minute. When you pick a character, they have a colored card. So Hicks is yellow, Hudson is red. Each character gets 3 colored cards to start with. So there's 3 red and 3 yellow. You also start with a lieutenant card, which has all 4 colors. When the card color is revealed, that player can move. The lieutenant, any player, the players will choose which player gets to move. All 4 can, only one of the 4 can move, but it can be any color. And then finally, you put in 1 xenomorph card for each player. Now, I'm playing 2 heroes, like a 2-player game, so I'm putting 2 in, and then you just shuffle it up. And this is the deck that is revealed to tell you how the game progresses. There is a hive track right here. I've put a red dye on it to make it easier for you to kind of see where it is, because the actual token for tracking is very dark and doesn't show up very well on the camera. So I put this here. There are 3 green circles that represent when the xenomorph phase will trigger. So when this die hits a green, the xenomorph phase triggers. You'll notice that phase 1, there's a xenomorph. So we're going to do this. Because there are no tiles, we skip the first step, which is attack, when the xenomorphs will attack, and then the second phase when they move, and then we'll move right to the spawn. During the spawn, you draw a tracking card, which I've already shuffled. One of the players, I can't remember who, will be the one that draws this card. And it basically tells you where to put aliens. There are 5 sectors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The players start in Sector 3. They can only exit at Sector 3, but the aliens can exit at any sector. This tells me to put 3 aliens in Sector 5. Well, there are no tiles. So what you do is you place 3 dice in the first, where the first tile would be. The dice do not matter what their face is showing up. They just represent an alien. There are 4 blank sides, 1 white side, which looks like claw marks, and 1 red side, which is teeth. This means you get wounded. This means the alien survives, and the blanks are good. They mean you kill an alien. All right, what else? Missions. There's a whole deck of missions cards here. What you do is you shuffle this up, and you pick 3 at random. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. The rest go aside. And we'll deal with these in a minute when they come up, but each mission card has 3 colonial token spaces. The tiles, which are here, when you place tiles, they will either be hive tiles, which tell you how many alien dice to place there. They can be objective tiles, where they have this symbol, where you place an objective token on it, or they can be both, hive and objective, or they can be nothing. They can just be an empty tile. When you pick up an objective token, you can place it on one of these mission tiles, and they give you special abilities that you can use when you flip the token over to its red X side. So you start with none, obviously, and there are no tiles in play, but there are already 3 aliens here. So I need to get down here and kill them. Why? When you kill an alien, its dice goes back in the dice pool. But when an alien moves into the NPC area, it escapes, and you do not get those dice back. When there are no more dice in the dice pool, that's one way you can lose. You can also lose when all your heroes are dead. And then finally, you can lose when the Xenomorph deck is empty. That tends to not happen in a 1-player game or a 2-player game, but for a 4-player game, this will be depleted fairly quickly. All right, I think that's enough. Oh, each of the tiles also can have a barricade on at least 2 of the 3 exits. There's an entrance, which is where when I draw a tile, I'll show you that. All right, so let's go ahead. We've already placed these, so it is now my turn. I've shuffled this deck. I think I did. Let me shuffle it again just to be safe. I'm pretty sure I did. You shuffle this deck, and you reveal cards one at a time, and the cards will tell you whether which player moves or whether Xenomorphs attack. So let's flip it. All right, so the Xenomorph card tells you that you move the tracker 1 up. Now, that's all that's going to happen because nothing really happens until it hits the green dot. Next die, red. Red is Hudson. So Hudson can use, each hero gets 3 move points. You can use 1 move point to move into a space that is not barricaded. None of these are considered barricaded to start with. To move through a barricade takes 2 move points. So the first time you move into an empty space, you can only use one. You use 1 point or 2 points, and you stop. No more movement. So let's reveal a tile. Now, when you do the tiles, there's a light side, which is like where a flashlight would be. You put that where the character is coming from. So it places like this. Hudson moves in here for 1 point. He could normally move again because 2 of these are not barricaded. This one is barricaded. But remember, when you move into an empty space, your movement is done. As an action, he can do 1 action per turn. He can shoot. He can capture an objective. There is no objective token. And there's no hive number here to indicate aliens. He can breach a barrier or he can reload. Well, he hasn't shot yet. So really the only thing to do is reload or is breach. To breach, you place one of these tokens over the barricade, and that just turns it into a 1 movement, not 2 movement point movement. And that is his turn. His turn is done. Reveal another card. The Xenomorph moves again. Well, I know there's only 2 in there right now, so it will not be moving up anymore, which means all I'm going to be doing is exploring. So the next card is red, which is Hudson. I'm going to have Hudson move this way towards these 3 aliens. I reveal another tile. This one gets placed here. The flashlight is towards him. It has a 1 on it, so I take a die and I put it in here. It doesn't matter what the die face shows. It just represents an alien. All right, so he moves in here for 1 point. Now, he cannot move. If there's aliens in your tile, you cannot leave it. There are 2 exceptions to when you can leave a tile, and when we get to that, I'll explain that. But for right now, he cannot, because he does not have any fellow squads adjacent to the tile. They would be providing cover fire. So Hicks is way back here. So Hudson is going to have to deal with this alien. So on his turn, he will fire. There's only 1 die. each grunt has 2 bullets. Hudson has 2 bullets. That's how many attacks that you can make. There's only 1 die, so I'm going to, if you'll notice it says ready, 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 I'm going to exhaust this grunt to fire. Normally he could fire 2 bullets, so if there were 2 dice here, he could roll 2 dice, but there's really only 1, and you don't get to use that other bullet. So the first bullet is a blank. Remember, blanks are good. They go back in the dice pool. So he kills that alien, and that is the end of his turn. He does not get to do any more actions because his action was to shoot. Now we reveal another card. Hicks again, or Hudson again. All right, this time I want to have him explore. I want to have him go here. Now there's a barricade. It costs him 2 points to move into here, but I can reveal a tile. Unfortunately for him, there is a 1. It is a hive card. So another die gets placed here for a total of 4. Now he can take an action. Well, he needs to shoot. So he needs to kill these. He only has Hudson and a grunt are left. So I'm going to exhaust both of them to roll 4 dice. 2 bullets, 2 bullets. This grunt will roll these 2 dice. And I got a red and a blank. All right, the red means it does a wound to you. Remember, these are randomized. I'm just going to pick one at random and put it on this grunt. Now Hudson will fire at these 2. And the whites they're not bad, they're not great. They just mean that there's no damage. So I don't kill them and they stay put. All right, that is the end of his turn. We draw a card. Hopefully this is yellow. They should all be yellow except for that 1 lieutenant card. So he is going to, remember he has 3 move points. 1, 2. Now this is barricaded, so he cannot move through it because it takes 2. So all he can do on his turn is choose to breach it and put a breach token. And that is the end of his turn. Draw another card. It's going to be yellow or a lieutenant card. All right, the lieutenant card means anybody can go. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Hudson go because I can have him reload as an action. He's going to stay. He can't move. He could move out. Why can he move out? Anytime you have a squad adjacent, not diagonal, adjacent, you can leave that tile if there are aliens in there because it's like they're providing cover fire. So I could have, I'm going to have, I had him reload. What I could have done was had him move out and then reload. But I'm going to now have Hicks, because I know another yellow's coming up, and I'm going to have Hicks fire. So he's reloaded. Now we do another card, yellow. So Hicks and his 2 guys, there are 3. I'm going to have him exhaust both grunts, and they will both fire. So grunt number 1 will roll this. I got a blank and a red. Now, the red, he's not in that space. So rather than do damage, it just means it moves to that token. And aliens can go through barricades for just 1 movement point. They can do it easy. His other grunt is going to fire at this one. And I got a blank, so it's killed. And that is all I can do. I could choose to have Hicks fire, but instead, I know I'm going to get 1 more shot here. So I'm going to reveal this. It's yellow, so he will fire himself. He gets 2 bullets. So let's roll this. I got a red. The red means he takes a wound, and that is the end of that. There are no more cards in this deck, so you shuffle. Shuffle the deck, and we start over again. And hopefully I don't draw a xenomorph because the next movement on the track there will cause a xenomorph phase. All right, let's try it. All right, so up next is yellow, Hicks. Unfortunately, Hicks is depleted, so he will, you know what I'll have him do? I'm going to have him move because there is a breach here, so he can freely move in here because there's a squad member. And then as his action, I'm going to have him reload, and that's all I can do. Reveal another card. That's good. I will have Hudson fire at this. I'm going to have one of the grunts fire. I got a blank, so it kills it. And that is the end of Hudson's turn. Reveal a card. Now it's Hicks's turn. Well, I'm going to have Hicks move 1 point and then 2 points to go through this barricade here. We'll reveal a tile, and it is a blank. So far, I have not found any objective tokens yet. All right, so he is done. What can he do? Well, I'm going to have him breach. He will breach here into this tile whenever this one was revealed. All right, reveal a tile. Yellow. All right, Hudson. Hudson. Oh, no, that was Hudson, wasn't it? I'm all messed up. All right, so Hicks will move now. Hicks will move here. He reveals a tile. It is a blank. And thankfully, I did that breach because there's a barricade here. So now that is a free spot. And so Hicks could move again. Remember, he moved 2 points, but he's done. He can't move again because he revealed this tile. So all he can do is breach. And I will breach here. And that is the end of his turn. Reveal. He's going to go again. Let's have him move here. So we reveal a tile. Nothing. Man. He moves here. And for an action, he'll breach. He's going to breach here. Reveal a tile. Xenomorph. All right, here we go. So there are no aliens on the board. So the attack phase, nothing happens. The movement phase, nothing happens. But the spawn phase, we draw a card, and it looks like one is going to be placed. And what you do is you start at the closest tile, and you place the dice based on the number in the hive. This is a hive tile. It has a number 1. So I'll place 1 die here. If this had 2, for example, I would place 1 there, and then you place the other one in an empty spot furthest away. You fill up the spawn tiles first. So this is good. There's only 1 here, but I need to kill it because remember, if it escapes on a xenomorph phase, when it moves, if there's no adjacent troops, it'll flee and move, and it would move here, and that would be 1 dice gone. So I need to kill it. Let's go ahead and reveal a card. And I got red. All right, so red, Hudson will move here, and this is breached, so he will fire. He'll have this grunt fire. And instead of hitting, it moves 1 space towards him, and that is the end of his turn. Draw a card. Xenomorph. This moves up. Draw another card. Red. All right, red, the only one is Hudson. He will fire. And I got a blank, so it goes away, and he was successful. All right, the deck is empty, so we shuffle it again, and we keep going. All right, yellow. All right, we need to find some objectives. They're all going to be over here, you know it. All right, so let's, I want to stay kind of close to the front until I have to go to the back. So he's going to move here and reveal, and once again, nothing. And I did shuffle these. I shuffled these really well. All right, so he moves, and I'm going to have him breach here. Breaching is very helpful because remember, it helps you fire into another space, but it also only costs 1 movement point. So he is done. Reveal the card. Red. All right. Next is Hudson. Hudson will move 1, 2, 3. This is a breach, so he can move through it for 1 point. Unbelievable. Nothing. And he will breach here. Reveal another card. Yellow. All right. I'm going to have him go 1, 2, and he'll reveal. There we go. We got an objective. And a 3. So there's 3 aliens. This slots in here because remember he moved into it this way. So there's an objective token. And there are 3 aliens. So you take 3 dice and you put them on that tile. And that is the end of his turn. Oh no, he moved. He still has an action. So there's 3 dice. So I'm going to have both grunts fire. First grunt will fire these 2. 1 goes away, but 1 does a damage to him. And then the other grunt will roll this one, and he also takes damage. They can take 4 damage before things can get bad. All right. Draw another card. Xenomorph. This moves up. Draw another card. Yellow. Alright, I want to move out of this spot. So I'm going to move here, yellow, and then I'm going to fire at these two. Hicks has 2 bullets, so I will exhaust him to fire these. Both blank, so they go away. Excellent. Alright, but the bad news is I didn't get that objective token. That's the end of his turn. Wait, he moved and then he fired. Yeah, so draw a card. Red. I'm going to have Hudson move here, and for an action, he will obtain the objective. Now, here's the objectives. The first one, recover Xenomorph. I have to get 3 of these. I can flip one of these tokens over once it's on the card to do a special ability. This one says, activate at the beginning of a Xenomorph phase, ignore the attack or move step. This one says, activate at the beginning of a Xenomorph phase, skip that phase, then move the hive counter 1 space forward. Ugh. And then this last one says, activate whenever a squad is attacked. Ready characters in that squad may deplete to shoot before the Xenomorphs deal damage. These are hard to decide. There's no Xenomorphs on the... Well, there's... Yeah, I just killed those. So right now, I think... Then move the hive counter 1 space. Activate at the beginning of the Xenomorph. Ignore the attack or move. Activate whenever a squad is attacked. Ready characters. I'm going to just put it here. I don't really know. I haven't played this game enough to know what the value is one versus the other. Alright, draw a card. Xenomorph. 1 more and it's going to hit 8. But thankfully the rest of these should be... Alright, so choose. I am going to choose Hudson to reload. Actually, I'm going to have him move. He'll move here. And we got another objective token. Now they're coming out. And 2 aliens at this spot. And I'm going to have him reload as an action. So he is done. Draw a card. This should be red. He will... Oh, he can't move here because Hicks did not get in that space. Alright, so all he can do is fire. I will have... I'm going to have both grunts fire. So I get to roll... 2 dice for one and 2 dice for the other. So the first one will fire, and then the second one will fire. Good. All right. They are depleted. And that's all he can do. Cards are empty. Shuffle it. The bad news is the next time I draw a Xenomorph card, the good news is there's nothing to attack, but they are going to spawn, but I'm that much closer to adding another Xenomorph card into this short deck. Let's reveal. We got a red. All right, I'm going to pick this up and put it right here. Actually, yeah, that's all I can do. I'm going to have him reload. No, he can't. I'm going to put that back. Instead, what I'm going to have him do is move here. Reveal 1. Another objective token and 2 aliens. So he moves. And I am going to have him fire. So, oh, he takes 2 damage. Hudson takes 2. All right. That's it for his turn. Next, bad. All right. So, these 2 are here. So this one moves to 8. Now, attacks squad with Xenomorphs in their tile take damage. So everyone in this squad takes a point of damage. Hudson takes 1, Grunt takes 1, and Grunt 2 takes 1. Every attack squads with Xenomorphs in their tile. Squads with Xenomorphs in their tile take a damage. Is it 1 damage or is it? Let me look at that. I think it's. Let's see. Shooting. I want to make sure I get this right during the game. Okay, it's not that. When the Xenomorph attack. When the Xenomorph attacks, each squad point man takes a wound. All right, so it was just the point man takes that wound. All right, that's better. For each Xenomorph in their tile, well, there's 2, so he will take 2. I knew there was something wrong about that. If there's more than 1 squad in tile, players decide how. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. Oh, by the way, they move. They don't move because they stay there. They attack. Xenomorphs move 1 space. That's anything that doesn't do the attack. And then you draw one of these. 2 more show up right here. There's no tile there, so you place them in the first empty. And now it is time to draw a card. Yellow. All right. Hicks needs to go 1, 2, and he will reload, and that is his turn. Red. All right. Hudson, unfortunately, can move, thankfully, here, and he will reload. Now Hicks will fire. There's 2 here. I will spend a grunt to fire these, to shoot at these 2. Both get killed. That's excellent. So that is his turn. He is done. Bad. This means you add a card to the discard pile. And on the next time it advances, it comes down here. All right, so let's go. Phase. All right, so let's do this. Hicks will move here and pick this up. And then that is his turn. He is done. On Hudson's turn, that was Hicks, Hudson will move here. 1 alien, but 1 objective. That's good. 1 and 1.
Check out the new RPG and Wargame newsletter. Each week, the Tabletop Engineer shares news, products, Kickstarters, and much more related to the gaming hobby. It's free to subscribe, so check out the link in the video description below to sign up.
All right, let's see. All right, so he's got an alien in there, but he moved and he can't do anything. Oh, he moved to reveal the tile. Now he's got an action. Well, he reloaded, so he's done. Do this. Red. All right, now he will fire. He can't fire here because this hasn't been revealed yet. So what I will do is I will fire at this. Actually, I'll have this grunt do this one. Blank is good, so it kills it. And he is done. Draw a card and yellow. All right, so Hicks will move into here. And there's another alien in there, 1 more die, and no objective tokens. So I have to place 1 more die. There are 3 in here. He can shoot, so I will have 4 bullets. So the first grunt will fire 2, both killed, and Hicks will fire his, and nothing happens. And that is the end of that turn. Got to shuffle these up. Now remember, there is a third card, a third, what do you call it? Xenomorph, sorry, exomorph. A third xenomorph card in here, so more likely to advance the track here. Yellow. All right, I'm going to have Hicks move here and reload. I'm going to have Hicks now fire. He will spend a grunt and he will roll this die. The red doesn't do any damage, but it moves into this spot and he is done. Darn it. All right, this comes down here, which triggers the xenomorph. Attack. This one attacks. I can put 1 damage on this guy or 1 on this. I will put it on this. Then they move. Well, those don't move, and then we draw a 2. All right, so there's 2. 1 can go here because there's a 1 there, and then 1 can go here, and then 2 will go into here because the 2 is on there, and that is that. All right, let's keep going. Red. Red is Hudson. Hudson will move here and then fire at those 2. He'll have this grunt fire at these 2. Nothing happens, and that is his turn. Yeah, he moved and he fired, and then he can also, he'll fire again. Nice, killed them both. Next card, moves this up 1. Next card, moves it up again. Next card, yellow. All right. I cannot fire through here because I did not breach it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move here for 2 points, and then I will fire at these 2. I will fire, the grunt will fire, and Hicks. I'm going to have them both fire. The grunt fires, Both killed, so Hicks was just a wasted bullets. And that is the end of his turn. Red, I'm going to pick up the token. He will not move. And put it here. One of my objectives is done. Alright. Activate the beginning of a xenomorph phase. Ignore the attacker move step. Okay. It is now time to draw a card. Yellow. I'm going to have Hicks move and fire. He can move into here because there's no barricade. Well, he can't. He'll reload instead. And that's all I can do. This deck needs to be shuffled. Once you get the rules down on this game, it moves pretty quick. I guess maybe if you're playing four-player, it might go a little slower, but once you sort of figure out what you need to do, the game seems to be moving. All right, let's flip. Xenomorph. All right, it does not attack, but it will move. This is adjacent, so it moves here, and then we draw a spawn card. Oh, a whole lot of them. 3 in Sector 2, so 2 will go there, and 1 will go here, and then 3 in Sector 3, and they will all go here, because this one has 3 on it. If it had a 2, 2 would go in there, and then 1 would go out here in an empty space. Alright, so I've still got to find 6 objectives. It is now my turn. Gotta be kidding. Okay, there are 3. When I looped back, I added another card, so there's 3 of those in there. Red. All right. Red is Hudson. He will move here with Hicks. He can do that, and then he will reload. All right. Hicks is fully ready. He will. I'm going to have everybody fire. 2, 2, and 2. So the 2 here, 1, and this one will take, oh man, my grunt has 3 damage on it. Alright, this grunt will fire 2. Both gone. And then Hicks will fire at this one. And nothing happens. It stays there. Alright. Draw a card. Hicks again. I will have Hicks go 1, 2, 3. He can move through the barricade for 2, and he will pick this one up. And that is his turn. Red. I'm going to have Hudson move, and he will breach. All right. Keep going. Moves up. All right, now anybody. I'm going to have Hicks. Hicks will move and reload. And now Hicks will fire at these. Well, he can go 2, 4, 6. He can roll up. So I'm going to expend these 2. Well, this guy better not. Hicks and this grunt will each fire. The first one rolls and kills them all, and then Hicks gets these 2. Let's see. That was a hit. This one goes away, and this one was in that spot, and it does a wound to Hicks. All right. So that was not good. Draw again. Red. That is Hudson. Hudson will shoot at this guy. This grunt will fire, and nothing happens. All right. Shuffle up. I should have had Hudson move away. There's a strategy where you sort of leapfrog, and I keep forgetting to do that. I'm going to have to do that because things are looking pretty dicey for me. 2 of my grunts are one of my grunts is very close to death. 2 others are not doing so right. Red. All right, here's what I'm going to do. Hudson will move here because there's a breach, and he will fire at this one. He will fire, the grunt will fire. And it's a blank, so he kills it. All right, that's good. And he is done. Next is that. All right, we're up to 7. Next is anybody. I'm going to have Hicks move here for 2 points and reveal another one. Excellent. Got a objective token and 1 alien. All right, and so he moved, and I will have him reload. Well, they could attack next. I'm going to have him reload. Because Hicks has a special ability and these have... Alright, so let's see. I'm hoping... Alright, so yellow. This is good. So I'm going to have him... I'm going to have him pick up the objective token. He won't move. Let's do this one. Alright, next. Alright. Now he will fire. He has to. This grunt will fire. And he kills it. Alright. Actually, I meant to roll that one. I rolled that one anyway. Alright, so he killed it. Draw again. This moves up. There are no aliens, so they will not attack. They will not move, but I will spawn. A whole bunch. Alright, 3 go 1, 2, 3. 3 and 4 goes 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5 gets 3, which is 1, 2, 3. Alright. Let's keep going. Alright, next. Yellow. Alright, let's... He can go in here and try to shoot that. But what he really needs to do is get over. These are the ones that are going to start moving. So he's going to go 1, 2, 2, and he'll reload. Red. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, and he will reload. That pushes up to number 9, which adds one of these to the discard pile. And then this should be the other one. Nope, red. Okay. Red. I'm going to have red breach here. And that's his turn. So now let's shuffle this deck. Alright. Red. Alright. Red. I guess I'll have him move into here. There's another alien in there, so there's a total of 3. So 1, 2, 3. And he moved, and I will have him fire. Both grunts will fire. So the first grunt fires at these 2, and they kill them both. And the second grunt fires at this one and kills it. Excellent. Alright, and that is his turn. Anybody can go. I am going to have Hudson. We got to reveal. I mean, we got to, because I've only got 4 more objective tokens, but there's a lot of places they can hide. So let's move here. No objective, but no aliens. So just the 3 that are there. And he will fire. I will have him and a grunt fire. So the grunt will shoot at these 2 and kills them both. And Hicks will fire at this one. And he takes a damage. Hicks has 3 damage on him. That is not good. Okay, draw. Red. Alright. Hudson will move. Actually, hold on. Hudson will breach. Why am I doing that? So that Hicks can leave if he has to. Possibly, if I draw a yellow card. Red card. Alright, now he can fire. So I will have Hudson fire at this one. And he kills it. Alright, that's good. Draw another card. Yellow. Let's keep going. Yellow will move here. Nothing. And I will breach here. Yellow. Oh boy. I'm going to have him go here and reveal. Nothing. And he gets to go again. I'm going to have him go here. And nothing. So I'll have him breach. Well, he can't breach here because that's the maximum. So I guess I'll have him reload. Alright. The Xenomorph cards are coming. I guarantee it. There's one. Alright, so this comes down here, which triggers. Alright, attack. These do not attack. There's none. Move. This one will move 1 space into here. This one will move here. This one flees, so we lose that die. This one will move here, so I'll lose another one, and this one moves here and lose another one. Remember, they flee towards the NPC if there's not a what do you call it? Squad within adjacent to them. So I've already lost 3 dice out of 30, so not too bad. All right, it is my turn, and all these are going to be, yep, again, and there should be another one, yep, and another one. So it happens again. This one flees. This one will attack. It attacks the point man, which unfortunately for me is there. He now has 4 wounds. If he takes one more, I start revealing these tokens, the back side of them. All right, these get shuffled up. Can you see how the game starts ramping up pretty? As those Xenomorph cards start revealing, things really start happening. All right, let's go. All right. Next, yellow. All right, he will shoot at this one, and he kills it. And then he can't do anything else, so I'll just reload. Okay. For now, he's going to, I guess I need to look at this back one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can go 6 deep. So he'll move here. And there we go. We got another objective. And 2 aliens. 2 aliens here and an objective token. So he moved. And now I'm going to have him, I should have kept these guys together, but it's hard to do that. I'm going to have this grunt fire and roll for these 2. And they both get killed. Excellent. All right, that is his turn. Draw another card. Great. Draw another card. Red. Okay, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3. That's as far as he can move. And for his action, he'll reload. All right, now we need to get moving. I'm going to have him move here. There's no barricade here, so Hicks can see through. And there we go. 2 aliens and an objective token. And he will fire. This guy will fire. And he kills one, and the other one evades. All right, draw a card. Bad. All right. This one will attack. And poor Hudson, his point man, takes a damage. And then there are no other aliens, so no movement, and we draw a tracking. There is one that appears right there. And I don't think I'm going to worry about him. Now we draw a card. Yellow. All right, I will pick up the objective. I've got 2 objectives done now. And I keep forgetting to use their special abilities. I need to do that. Flip. Red. Hudson will move here, and he will fire at this one, and he kills it. All right. Let's reveal another card, and it's red. Hudson will move, and he'll pick up this. I need 2 more objective tokens. All right. All right, let's go. Red. All right. I only need, how many more? 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. Let's go this way. I'm going to move 2 points this way, and oh yeah, there we go. Another objective, and 2 aliens on it. For his, I'm going to pick it up, and for the next turn, I'm going to have him shoot. Well, these 2 will shoot. Oop, hold on, let me roll that again. All right, here we go. 1, and he takes his final wound, so he's at 4 full wounds, which is not good. Now it is my turn. Red. He will, well, he has to reload. That's all he can do. Draw another card. Yellow. He will move for 2. He cannot move through this, so he'll put a breach, and his turn is done. That advances it. We add another card to this card, and we reveal yellow. He will now fire at this one. This guy will shoot, and he kills it. All right. I need 1 more objective. 1 more. That bumps this up to here, which triggers everything. This one flees. And there are no more aliens, but I do have to draw a tracker, which puts a whole bunch in 4. 1 and then 3 go right here. All right, my turn. Anybody? I'm going to have Hicks move 1 and then 2 points through this to reveal this one, and hopefully there's an objective, and there is. So there's the last. No, there's 2 more objectives. No, there's not. I've got 10 tokens. I thought, oh, there's only 1. I have 10 tokens, but so he's here with 1 alien, with 3 and 1 extra. Because remember, there were 3 here to begin with, and this adds 1. All right, so he will pick up the objective, and now we have all the objectives. We reveal a card. Boom. Reveal another card. Yellow. He will move back, and he will reload. And this bumps up. We shuffle. I think we're going to get this. I don't have to kill the aliens. I can run now. I can run. All right, let's go. Red. I'm going to have him go 1, 2, and breach. Yellow. I'm going to have him go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to have him go 1, 2, and I'm going to have him stay here in case Hudson gets in trouble. Red. 1, 2, 3. Red is out. Yellow is out. Yes, not bad for a first game. And let me tell you something. The adrenaline. It definitely keeps you going, man. This game is. I like this. I like this game. Now, if you've watched the Aliens movie, you know all the characters. Apone, Ripley, Vasquez, Drake. They're all in there. Even the pilot. I think the pilot's in there. I could be wrong. There's a lot of them. I think I'm going to play this again. And next time I'm going to play with Drake and Vasquez, the 2 smart gun people. I hope you liked this. I really liked this game. Ever since I saw this played, I was like, that just looks like a very fun and fast little game to play. And I'm going to reread the rules again to make sure I did everything right. I'm pretty sure I did. I don't think, if I made any mistakes, let me know. But again, I don't worry about mistakes. I just keep playing to have fun. But the rules are pretty straightforward, and the trackers tell you everything, so you tend to not miss steps, especially like in the xenomorph phase, or the turn sequence is so easy. You move, and you get 1 action. Done. You just got to remember to reload every now and then. So these guys got pretty close. Now let me show you how this would have worked. Let's say that Hudson, with his point man, who has 4 wounds, and he has 4 armor. Let's say that we triggered the xenomorph phase. Now, the attack would go on Hudson, and it would go on the point man. Now, he's got 4. So what you do now is that attack, instead of putting another wound, you reveal one. You flip it over, and it's blank. So he stays in the game. But let's say there was another alien here. So 2 wounds. I would have to reveal 2. I flip this over, and it's blank. Let's say there was 3. You got to be kidding me. Let's say there was 4. There it is, KIA. If I had flipped that one first, he would have instantly died. I don't know if you can see that, KIA. So there is a little bit of luck and chance in allowing your grunts to take damage, because there are some blanks that will give them more health. Now let's say all 4 were blank. Oh, man, now I'm pulling all the KIAs. Come on, where's the blank one? All right, let's say there were 4 blanks. Then the next time an alien does damage to the point man, it's automatic. He dies. And you remove him from the game. Everybody shifts forward, so now this grunt is now the point man. Now you could choose to put Hudson up front as the point, but again, remember, you know, your heroes tend to have a little more better abilities, so you want to protect them. All right, that's all I got for this game. This is Aliens Bug Hunt from Upper Deck. It's got a cool little box, like a 2-part box here. Everything stores nice inside. All the tiles and the boards are all really heavy cardboard. The tokens are not bad. The cards are very heavy. They're heavy, thick cards, and the dice are great. So a really cool game. If you are into aliens like I am, you might want to give this a try. All right, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for joining me as I play a new game, Aliens Bug Hunt. I'll be back next Wednesday with another sci-fi game of some sort. Until then, everybody, take care.